All right, everyone. I want to give you some pointers on Lab 8, which is the lighting survey lab. If the number's different, it's still the lighting survey lab. Um, this will help save you some time and probably a little bit of your sanity. So I'm going to go over the basics. I'm obviously not going to do everything for you, but you can see that the instructions are pretty explicit here. So the first thing you're going to do is measure the room, and then you want to figure out 2-foot increments, unless your instructor says otherwise. And so what you're going to do is these Excel cells are just pretend that they're 2 by 2, as you see illustrated down here. And so once you do your measurements, let's say this is, I don't know, by 16 by 12. All right. So 16 by 12. So you can start wherever, just make sure you have enough room to draw it. And you're going to use the border tool up here. And so you're going to go 16 by 12. So that's obviously 8 by 6. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the easiest way. There's you can sort of highlight a couple at a time, and then we're going to go down 5 more. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total. Okay. So really easy. All you do is you hit all borders. Boom. That's it. Um, and there's your grid. And so what you are going to do is fill each of these 2 by 2 squares with light meter readings. Okay, so this is, we're going to use foot candles, which is your lumens per square foot. There's an example of a finished product down here. Certainly no guarantee that yours will look like this, but this is give you, number one, it gives you a little bit of sense of how you do it. Number two, you can use these exact um, shapes in yours. I do also suggest you use this color scheme. It's just a nice one. It sort of looks like lighting, and you go from light to dark, of course. Um, so what are you going to do? The first thing you're going to do is you're going to walk around, and you're just going to take a light meter reading. Your light meter will look something like this. You have a sensor here, and then you just have basically the equipment that interprets the light, the intensity, the lighting intensity, which is basically it does the calculation for you. But remember that a foot candle is 1 lumen per square foot. Remember that a lumen is the unit of light that we use, that we measure coming out of light. So different light sources have different number of lumens that they provide. And then what you're measuring is at what they call task height, TASK. You're going to measure the light level there. So if it's in a lab space and it's at a desk, you measure it at the desk. If it's in a classroom, you measure it at the desk. If you're in a hallway, you actually measure it down on the ground because you need to see where you're going, and there's nothing, there's no tables or anything in between. So wherever you work, that's where you want to measure. And so when you're walking around the room, you want to hold this out, okay, in the middle as much as possible. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. In the middle of this 2 by 2 square, you just hold it there, and then you look at the reading on your light meter, and that's it. You don't need to worry about it. It's going to sort of go up and down. Like, just do your best to find an average value. Make sure you're not shading it. Make sure nobody else is shading it. Make sure, those are sort of the main things. If you're in a sunny window, then that's part of the lighting. So you don't do anything. Um, okay. And so just don't shade it. And you're just going to systematically walk around. One person, I recommend, hold out the light meter, maybe call out the numbers, or maybe one person walk around, the other person has the meter, but you definitely need someone to take notes, to note the lighting intensity readings at each of these spots. All right, so you're gonna go around and you literally just, if it's 55 foot candles here and then 52 foot candles here, you're just gonna fill in your grid like that. When you're done, you are then going to shade it. You're going to color code it. Again, I highly suggest these. I don't necessarily, I don't necessarily suggest these different divisions. So in other words, I, d- I'm not saying that you should necessarily have the dark color be 0 to 49 foot candles and then 50 to 69. So in fact, I would probably say that you're not going to have that, because what you're going to do is look at the illumination levels which are provided um, for the type of space. Okay, so I can actually bring this up real quick. So here you go, here are your Focano recommendations. So you want to find the type of lighting. Let's zoom in a little bit so you can see. And you can see that hotels in a general, like a lobby, you don't mean this is 10 to 20. Reading and working areas 20 to 50. Some higher ones are, for example, automobile manufacturing. So when you have this final assembly where you really need to see a high level detail, 200. That's really, really, really bright, like really bright. Um, and then you have assembly, extra fine assembly work up to 1,000. So if you're, assembling really, fine, small motors. I had a friend that spent time and he like basically inspected these little gears that went into these little tiny motors, and he would have something like that. So anyway, you're going to find whatever you're using. It's probably a classroom, it could be a lab space, and then you're going to base your scale on that. And just I'm not going to give you any real pointers here other than just consider what the ideal range of values is, and then just sort of build it from there. That is my only suggestion. So I lied to you. I did give you a suggestion, and that's it. Okay, so just make it make sense. I do grade you a little bit on the logic of your scale. All right, so you're going to fill that in. Make sure that the numbers match your scale. So if it's, if it's I don't know, if you have this color, which should be 50 to 69, but your value is 45, but it's that color, that's wrong. So just be careful, make sure it's the correct color. Okay, so that part's pretty straightforward. The last little piece is you're going to then fill in the lighting. And so the way I want you to, and the windows, excuse me. Um, and so the way I want you to do this is to copy these shapes that I already have. That way it's just easy. I know what I'm looking at. You don't have to sort of search around for it. Okay. And so it's really easy. You just highlight it. Now you can either hit right click, copy. If you want, you can do that. And then you can right click, paste, whatever, paste it. And then you grab it and move it around. Right. So that's your window. And you can rotate it. You see here, you can rotate it. Okay. So those are your windows. Don't change like the size. And I mean, if it's a really big window, you could do something like this if you had to, but it really shouldn't be any thicker than that. All right. Then you have this you may end up using. I don't know that there are any spotlights where you are, but if there are, those are the recessed lights, recessed can lights, they often call them. So you can do the same thing, just copy and paste it. The other thing you can do, what I normally do, so here's a luminaire, rectangular luminaire, which is very common. So you can just highlight it, and then you can hold down the control button. Now I'm going to show you. See how there's a little plus sign? You may not see that. So when I mouse over this, there's a little tiny baby plus sign. So then you just click and drag it, and then it's a copy. Just make sure you hit down again, you have to hold down control. So control here, it's a little easier to see that little tiny plus sign next to the cursor. So you can do that with the windows if you want, and then you can actually like hit shift. There's two windows, and then hit down control, and then I can actually make two copies and then drag those around. And see, that's what happens sometimes. I forgot, like I hit control and then it either steps off or I move the cursor. So just be careful. Those are the main ones you're going to need. The other one you will need is a north arrow. So again, I just copy this arrow feature, and this is just a text box. So you can either use this or make your own, whatever you want to do. All right. So at your finished product is going to look something like this, in that you have color coded numbers that correspond to your legend. This qualifies as your legend. Okay. Actually, put your legend. Yeah, you can use this as your legend. That's fine. You can just write over top of that. Or you can put it up here, whatever's easier for you. Personally, it's probably better up here, but as long as I have a legend, then it's fine. And then you are going to create a legend here. Okay, so if this is let's say they are 2x4, but these are surface mount luminaires, right? So you just need to indicate that. So instead of recess, this is a surface mount. Source luminaire, and then let's say these are T12s. So two T12 fluorescent lamps per luminaire, right? So now I have the details of what it is. Make sure you do include that. And then of course you have a couple of these in your drawing. And again, you can orient them if they're oriented that way, whatever. Okay. So that your finished product should look something similar to that. All right. So make sure the last thing I will remind you is to make sure all the names of your group members are there. And then you are going to submit one of these. Okay. You're drawing one of these as a group. And then you have these questions here. You will submit those individually. Okay. So these are all the instructions on D12, but just make sure about it. There was actually one more thing that I should have mentioned earlier, is that you are going to do two different scenarios. So one, we're going to kind of play this by ear depending on the room that we do, but you will probably you definitely do one, assuming there's windows. You have one of these that has windows open to simulate, using natural light, and then one with, excuse me, the blinds will be open and the one with the blinds closed. And the easy thing to do is you just copy it. So you made your drawing already, and you use, you can either just right click and hit copy, and then you can just Control V or right click paste, and there you go. Now, since you've already done your sketch once, you do it again here and you're good to go. Okay, and then of course your lights, your illuminance values are going to be different over here because it's going to be a different scenario. But the lights are the same, the windows are the same, so that doesn't change. Okay, and then the last thing you want to do is just make sure you label it. So in other words, if this is one where the blinds are open, lights are on, this, whatever it is, blinds open, lights off, whatever we decide to do, just make sure you label it properly. All right, so hopefully that makes your life as easy as possible. If you have any questions, of course, I'll be there to ask them that, but I hope you enjoyed the lab.